I sit here and I wonder, and I am so deflated. I went away and had some respite, and during respite, I'd done a lot of thinking and wondered, I was wondering about just how much I actually put back and put into the community, but what does the community do or put in back to myself? When you have a dream and you start an enterprise, it takes a team to push out the awareness consistently. And when the team drops off like flies, you're left down to yourself, and you're thinking, why hasn't anybody got any energy to raise awareness anymore? Why is it all down to left to me to raise that awareness? I make videos, I push out the awareness, I find information that's going to be helpful to others. I try and make that difference. But in making that difference, I was trying to make that difference to myself, as a person that's suffering from mental health, do suffer from mental health. It's called not relapsing back and keeping yourself occupied, creative, and motivated, most of all, to not slipping back down to depression. I was driven so badly to wanting to raise awareness, and it's hard because people expect you to show up all the time, but they don't show up, not even with a simple share button. So you can make all the videos in the world, put out the harsh truth of what it will take to prevent suicide and to tackle that depression, and it's blatantly ignored by those that share the same platform as yourself. You might get 5 shares if you're lucky, but you can see that hundreds of people may view it, and during that broadcast I would ask if they would please share the awareness. And you know what gets on my nerves? That's my candle they're blowing out. That's other people's lives they're blowing out. So the information that I put out, is valuable information. And if people won't share the awareness, then that heavy load is on me, isn't it? And who's helping me up? Who's keeping me afloat? Who's keeping me encouraged? Who? Is nothing worse than saying, please, for the sake of humanity and survival, share the awareness. And when you see how many views you've got and nobody shared, or maybe a couple, you think, why are you disrespectful like that? You've come to help, you've come to be on a platform to receive awareness, but you don't want to give away awareness. That's not beneficial to anyone. That's a selfish act. It's just to look and not share. It's not as if we're saying, hey, this is my tea party and it's all about me. No, it's not. We're talking about life-saving information, things that people can do to help others overcome depression, to recognize the signs and symptoms of depression. We talk about even stroke, we talk about fibromyalgia, we talk about disabilities, we talk about first aid, we talk about, there's a lot of information there that is talked about which relates to people that are struggling in their everyday lives. But a simple share is just too much for some people. Well, the candle is being slowly let out, and I've got to the point where I've shut down myself. I feel I don't want to do those lives anymore. I feel I don't want to share the awareness anymore because I feel that nobody's listening anymore. And therefore, in a sense, it makes mental health awareness unimportant. although it's very important to me. And it would be important to me because I know what it's like to slowly drift into a place where you no longer want to be here any longer. And you've got others afraid to speak out. You've got people that sit in the background in silence. Or maybe if awareness was to be sent over somewhere, somebody would relate and think, I never knew, I never recognised, I didn't understand, but with knowledge I have a better understanding. So if you don't see me around on the Mom Project much, that's because the heavy load is heavy and I'm not prepared to carry it alone any longer. I have to take care of my own mental health, and one of the things that I don't like is when people are ignorant and disrespectful. And I always tell people that if something is affecting you, move away from it. Move away from it. The thing is, what I'm doing though is going to move away from what was keeping me focused, what was keeping me encouraged, what was keeping me driven. But what I've realised is, what is the point in being driven when you are driving that vehicle alone? Yes, you can say you're proud, you did something, you are doing something for the community. But when the community doesn't do anything back, then it's one-sided, and there's no equality in raising awareness or sharing information. It's one-sided. I'm not prepared for myself to be whittled into taking all the hard work and doing all the hard work and sharing the same space as people, and they're not even prepared to press that button as a simple share. That's what I feel being used. That's what I feel. I feel that it's okay for them to jump on the same place, stating that they're here to raise awareness, and then don't do it. That's hypocritical. I guess for anybody that watches a video, really, how hypocritical are you? Because I know what it takes to encourage people. And when people's lives are in your hand and you do nothing but try to praise them, encourage them, give them tools, tips and advice to good health and well-being, and you show them the right direction. There's so much going on in the world now that people are forgetting to come together in the community, and everybody's off doing their own thing, fighting their own fights. And some are so alone in that fight that if they had the valuable information that we ask people to share, then perhaps we wouldn't keep reading in the newspaper that somebody died of suicide. Somebody over there is sitting in the corner because they've received ill treatment. And some of the awareness that we put out is a prevention, is people to recognise their behaviour so they don't ill-treat somebody else. Manners cost nothing, respect costs nothing. You say it's earned. Well, how much more do I have to earn by saying, hi guys, could you please share the awareness? It's just pretty deflating when only a few listen, when there are hundreds and thousands of people out there dying because somebody's not listening. And that saddens me, but that burden's not on me because I've done what I can, all I can to help people. I've saved lives, I've made a difference, I have advertised, I have campaigned, I have done as much as I can as an individual just so somebody else doesn't suffer. Well, it's not all going to be on me, is it? It's not going to be on me. So I'm tired now. I'm very tired. Tired of wasting my breath. Tired of wasting my energy. I'm tired of being different. At one point I wanted to fit in. Then I wanted to stand out. Now I just want to retreat and let somebody else do all the work. Is that fair? Because I don't know what's fair anymore in love and harmony and unity in a community. I don't see a community anymore.